All right, welcome back. We have, during our break, taken the time to look at some of the points. So, first of all, let's remind our viewers out there what the qualification is. In order to qualify for the team, we are looking for 4 men, 4 women. First step in the selection, as per the High Performance Bulletin, is to select the top 3 skaters based on cumulative points. Then they consider any buys, and then if there are no buys, the 4th overall skater in the points will be selected. So if we take a look at the women's points, currently leading, Allison Charles is on 25,120 points. Renee Steenge of Ontario sitting in second with 22,400 points. Courtney Sarro of New Brunswick sitting in third, 20,800 points. Danae Belay is currently sitting in 4th place, 17,774 points. 5th place, Léa Tessier, 10,581. And in 6th place, Claudia Gagnon, 9,480 points. So those are the women's points. Moving over to the men's side. Men's side, we have a very tight race between several skaters here. So currently, Marc-Olivier Lemay is leading by a large margin over second place. He's sitting at 25,120 points. Gibson Aimbeau, second place, 6,789 points. Jordan Pierre Gilles, sitting on 13,404. Maxime Raymond Steyr, 13,120. Alexander Hale is at 12,546. Marco Schumann rounds out our super final. He'll be at 11,443. So lots to play for still here, especially on the men's side. We have a B and an A final in each of the super finals. We're ready for the women's super final B. 6 skaters on the race, or on the line. So we're underway at our super final, super 1500 meter B final in the women's side. We have Camille Blais in lane number 1, Ricky Doak, lane number 2, Claudia Heaney, lane number 3, Juliette Brainamore, lane number 4, Rosalie Tremblay, lane number 5, and Catherine Mailloux wearing lane number 6, wearing helmet cover number 6. Seeing a question there in the chat. How many points for the super final win? The super final is a full points event, so 10,000 points available to the winner of the A Super 1500 meter final. We are in the B though. Ricky Doak currently leading. Brainamore in second. Mayo in third. Blais, Tremblay, and Heaney currently rounding out the field. It is Doak continuing to lead with 8 laps to go. Brainamore looked inside but decided not to pass. 7 laps to go here for this B Super 1500 meter final. Doak continues to lead. Brainamore now into the lead. Mailloux in third. Now moving into fourth is Rosalie Tremblay. Camille Blais in fifth. Heaney in sixth. Tight pass there between Mailloux and Doak. Doak's gone wide. Claudia Gagnon now. Blais moving into Third place, Heaney on the outside, now on the inside. And going around the outside, that is Camille Belay accelerating hard, trying to catch Juliette Brin-d'Amour. With 2 laps to go, it is on the outside. Camille Belay passing Juliette Brin-d'Amour. Heaney now in third as they take the bell. It will be Camille Belay leading Juliette Brin-d'Amour and Heaney. Belay coming through the final turn and into the finish. And unofficially, Camille Belay will win this B Super 1500 meter final. Juliette Brin-d'Amour second. Heaney third. As we get ready for the A final, the women's 1500 meters super final. Super final, of course, is a direct qualification to final based on the cumulative points from the first 3 distances. Just to simulate the way the competition is run at the World Junior Championships. Quick reminder of the current standings for the women. We'll remind everybody that these standings are unofficial. This is my own personal spreadsheet. But we will take a look anyways, and we see that Alison Charles currently leading the competition. Renee Steen second, Courtney Sarro third, Danae Blais fourth, Léa Tessier fifth, Claudia Gagnon sixth. A short delay while the previous race is under referee review. So as we wait for the review in the previous race, we'll take a look at the points. Alison Charles, 25,120. Renee Steen, 22,400. Courtney Sarro, 20,800. Those are our top 3 so far. So in the previous race, we did have a penalty to Catherine Maillot for impeding. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the skaters' introductions for the ladies Super 1500 meter Final A on lane number 1, representing Quebec, Alison Charles. Lane number 2, representing Quebec, Léa Tessier. In lane number 3, representing New Brunswick, Courtney Sarro. Portant le casque numéro 4, représentant le Québec, Claudia Gagnon. Portant le casque numéro 5, représentant le Québec, Danae Blais. And in lane number 6, wearing helmet cover number 6, representing Ontario, Renee Stinge. And we are underway, a slow and strategic start here in the women's 1500 meters super final A. Very slow start here. Nobody wanting to go out too early, waste any energy. Renee Stinge begrudgingly taking over the lead, keeping the pace very slow. 21.7 laps. Of course, referees can choose to have the skaters restart the race if they find that it's too slow and not enough racing is taking place, but the pace slowly picking up now. Looks like Allison Charles is going to sneak around the outside. Well, it's easy. Léa Tessier deciding to do the same. Renee Stinge back in the front. Now Allison Charles moving to the front. On the outside, Claudia Gagnon moving to the front. Stinge now. Courtney Sarrault also moving on the front. Or on the outside, excuse me. Allison Charles moves into second. Tessier with a tight inside pass to move into third. Now Charles looking like she wants to be in the lead as well. Lots of passing here in the middle portion of this race. 6.5 laps to go as Allison Charles takes over the lead. Renee Stinge up the inside, while Courtney Sarrault goes on the outside. Those are our top 3 skaters in the overall so far. And it is currently Charles, Sarrault, and Stinge with 4.5 laps remaining. Allison Charles slowly picking up the pace, 9.6 second lap. Renee Stinge working on the outside. Now Renee Stinge in second place. Charles continues to lead. Stinge looking up the inside, and she's managed to slide by. 2 laps to go, and it's Renee Stinge leading Allison Charles. Stinge making sure to put on a defensive track. Allison Charles, can she make a move and pick up her 3rd win of the weekend? Dene Blais on the outside. These 4 skaters are going to be tight all the way to the line. Dene Blais working on the outside of Sarrault. As they come into the line, it looks like it will be very tight at the line, and Allison Charles with a fantastic finish. Come across the line and get her skate out just in front of Renee Stinge. Great finish to the weekend of racing for those 4 ladies. Checking out the replay of the finish here. We see Charles just getting ahead. Stinge missing her shot at the line there a little bit, and close finish between Blais and Sarrault as well. Fantastic finish, and it looks like unofficially Allison Charles will take the victory over Renee Stinge, Dene Blais, and Courtney Sarrault. Great race by the ladies, and that was our last women's race here at the Canadian Junior Trials. As we get ready for our B So our Super 1500 meter B final for the men is now underway. 6 skaters on the line. Helmet number cover number 1, Alexis Marceau. Helmet cover number 2 is Félix Chemin. Number 3 is Francis Dumichel. Number 4, Marc-Antoine Lemay. 5, Vincent Girard. Number 6, David Larue. And again, a slow pace in this Super 1500 meter B final. This race will help determine positions numbers 6 to 12. Or sorry, 7 to 12. Continuing to lead this race, Alexis Marceau, followed by Girard, Lemay, Chemin, Dumichel, and Larue. Pace starting to pick up now as we move into the middle part of the race. Girard, well, it's easy on the outside. Make sure he finishes that pass, though, as the pace quickly picks up. Marc-Antoine Lemay forcing the pace, but Alexis Marceau defends his position, wanting to lead this whole race, potentially. 6 laps to go for the skaters. Now Girard up the inside, double inside pass. Girard and Marceau go down, leaving Marc-Antoine Lemay in front, followed by Félix Chemin. Chemin now moving into the lead. Chemin, Lemay, and now up the inside, Francis Dumichel, tentatively making his way into the front. Now Larue goes to the front after Chemin has cycled back to fourth. David Larue en tête avec un tour et demi à faire. On a David Larue, Francis Dumichel, Marc-Antoine Lemay, Félix Chemin. Avec un demi-tour à faire, ça a l'air que David Larue va être le gagnant de cette course. Résultat non officiel, évidemment, mais belle course pour les boys. Pour finir la fin de semaine. Seeing the replay there of the fall between Girard and Marceau. Girard looking like he is trying a very tight inside pass. Of course, the referees will have to make a decision on that. Looks like Marceau hit a block with his hand, causing him to go down as he was leaning on Giroux. Referees are going to review this one. Well, they do. We will tee up the men's 1500 meter A super final. We're going to have 6 skaters on the line on this highly dramatic and tension-filled race. Crowd getting into it, cheering for their Olympic oval favorite, Marco Schumann. We'll have 6 skaters in this race. 3 from Quebec, 2 from Ontario, and 1 from Saskatchewan. Still plenty to play for on the men's side. So in the previous race, we did have a penalty to Vincent Girard for impeding. All right, we are ready for the men's 1,500 meters super final A. In lane number 1, representing Ontario, Gibson Imbo. Starting on lane number 2, wearing helmet cover number 2, representant le Québec, Maxime Raymond Chitaya. In lane number 3, flying the Saskatchewan green, wearing the Olympic oval suit, Marco Schumann. In lane number 4, representing Ontario, Alexander Hale. In lane number 5, your leader and winner of 2 distances so far this weekend, Marc-Olivier Lemay. And in lane number 6, winner of the 500 meters yesterday, representant le Québec, Jordan Pierre-Gilles. Skaters are now under starter's orders. And we're underway. Starter Bill Kempers has given the start. And right off the bat, Alexander Hale moving towards the front. Jordan Pierre-Gilles moving into the lead. Slow and strategic pace here. Schumann slides from 3rd into 1st. Chitaya in 4th. Moving up. Marc-Olivier Lemay surveying everything from behind. Not wanting to get involved in any traffic early on. Jordan Pierre-Gilles now moving up. Nearly silent here in the Olympic Oval, as all of the people watching know the drama that's about to unfold and how critical this race is. 9 laps to go as Jordan Pierre-Gilles continues to lead. Marco Schumann right now sitting in 2nd. Chitaya moving into 2nd. Schumann now on the outside, quietly and very silently deadly. Marc-Olivier Lemay on the outside, and Chitaya moving into 2nd. Schumann now looking to work on the inside as the crowd comes alive. Schumann with a great outside pass all the way to the front. Schumann now leading in front of Jordan Pierre-Gilles with 5 laps to go. Jordan Pierre-Gilles in 2nd, Chitaya in 3rd. Lemay, Hale, and Imbo. 4 laps to go. Schumann still in the front. Pierre-Gilles tries to make a pass, but is caught on his own skates. Chitaya now moving into 2nd. This race is truly and fully on. Marco Schumann still leading now over Chitaya and Lemay. Hale moving into 4th. Gimbo on the outside. 2 laps to go. Marco Schumann bravely leading this race out as Imbo moves into 3rd. Chitaya on the front as they take the bell. It is Marco Schumann continuing to lead. What a race this is. Marco Schumann with 2 meters on the lead as he comes into the line. Marco Schumann is going to take this one. What a finish for Schumann, coming through in the clutch, much to the delight of the crowd here at the Olympic Oval where he trains. My goodness, what a race by Schumann, putting it together when it counts, leading the last 5 laps of the race. Of course, unofficial results as of now. What a fantastic race that was, folks. We don't have any points right away, but we'll see if we can grab Marco Schumann. All right, folks, looking at the replay here, we can see Schumann did a fantastic job skating a nice defensive track, holding off all challengers from behind him. Leading from 5 laps to go is not an easy thing to do. Jordan Pierre-Gilles with a bit of a slip there as he caught himself. Chitaya moving into 2nd. As we set up for the men's, we do have the board showing up there. Referees will take a quick look at this race to make sure everything is correct. Of course, this being a critical point in the competition. Folks, stay with us here. We do have a relay coming up, and we'll try to stay on the stream here as we look to add up the points, and we'll look to get you an official number. Going forward, all coaches currently crunching numbers. Very exciting finish, so stay with us. So in the previous race, there was no call, which officially means that Marco Schumann was the winner of the Super 1500 meters. Continue to stay with us, and we will look to try and get you points for the men's race, but I can give you official results of the competition for the total points for the women. So in first place with 35,120 points is Allison Charles of Quebec. Second place, 30,400 points, is Renee Steenge of Ontario. Third place, from New Brunswick, Courtney Saro, 25,920 points. In fourth place, Danae Blais with 24,174 points.
Representing Quebec, Danae Blais. In second place, representing New Brunswick, Courtney Saro. In third place, representing Ontario, Renee Steenge.
So the official results in the men's Super 1500 meter final, it was Marco Schumann taking the win.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Maxim
your
Rimashkaya,
medalists for the ladies 1,000
Gibson
meters.
Aimbo, Alexander Hale, and Marc-Olivier Lemay, as we see the medalists for the women's Super 1500 meters. We had our Danae Blais winning the race, Courtney Saro finishing second, and Renee Steenge finishing third. So there are your medalists in the ladies Super 1500 meter final.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like now to
we'll
invite out your
move
medalists
on
for the
to
men's
the
1,000 meter.
Excuse me, that was the medalists for the 1,000 meter.
In third place, representing Ontario,
Thank you,
Gibson
Yvonne de la Yukon, for for correcting me and keeping me humble here. Exciting.
In second place, representing Ontario, Alexander Hale. And in first place, your junior national champion, Marc-Olivier Lemay.
Those are our 1,000 meter medalists. Marc-Olivier Lemay was picked up his second win of the weekend Alexander Hale on the podium for the first time this weekend in the 1,000 meters.
For the ladies, in third place, representing Quebec, Danae Blais. In second place, representing Ontario, Renee Stinge. And in first place, your gold medalist and junior national champion, Allison Charles.
So as we see our
Ladies and gentlemen, your medalist for the 1500
Super
meter
1500
ladies
meter
super final.
medalists, Allison Charles, our overall winner as well this weekend here at the Canadian Junior National Championships. Renee Stinge picking up second place, Courtney Sago third.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite out the men. In third place, representing Ontario, Gibson Himbo. In second place, representing Quebec, Maxime Raymond Chitaya. And in first place, your Saskatoon hometown hero, Marco Schumann. Ladies and gentlemen, your medalists for the men's 1500 meter super final. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your overall medals. Starting with the ladies. In third place, representing New Brunswick, Courtney Sauro. In second place, representing Ontario, Renee Steen. And in first place, your 2016 Canadian Junior Champion, Allison Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, your overall podium for the ladies here at the 2016 Canadian Junior National Short Track Speed Skating Championships. Time for the men. In third place, representing Saskatchewan, Marco Schumann. In second place, representing Ontario, Gibson Himbo. And in first place, your Canadian Junior Champion, 2 years in a row, Marc-Olivier Lemay. Ladies and gentlemen, your medalists for the men's group at the Canadian Junior Short Track Speed Skating Championships here at the Olympic Oval in Calgary, Alberta. I would personally like to congratulate all ladies and men who participated in this weekend's event for a fantastic 3 days worth of results. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the relays will commence at 4:05. The top 16 athletes in the men and women category will participate. Top 16 athletes in the men and women will participate. Relays will commence at 4:05. In 5 minutes, there will be a meeting for the top 16 men and women in the heat box. Once again, there will be a meeting in 5 minutes for the top 16 men and women in the heat box.